Hey, part 2 of the hardcore update. We are listening to Public Psyche, a record we did a long time ago. No new violence. All these titles I'm reading now, they starting to make sense. Some songs for the gentle few. This is a record I got trusted by the label to do. Shot us in the foot. It was more expensive than we thought. It is a very good record. There are some very good songs on there. They are a exquisite live band that sadly is now defunct. They decided to call it quits. I don't know why. Just before all it is, y'all. Maarten de Wit did the screen print wraparounds for this one and the Partisan release we did. It is a top fold-out sleeve. The only thing is mine doesn't have the Polaroid, so there were, I don't know how many there were of this. This one is not numbered, so I have no idea. Oh yeah, the poster is numbered maybe. There's a big poster in here. I should be talking about something else, but whatever. Yeah, it's numbered, so that doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense. But yeah, very good record. Guys from the other side of the country. We only do bands from other side of the country. From Ghent, had their roots in hardcore. Maybe some of them. I don't know how deep because they are younger. They started as Rape Blossoms, but they had to, which means Lion Seed-esque, I don't know. But they had to change names because squads wouldn't book them anymore because they had rape in there. That was the first thing I ever heard about. That was the Me Too movement started there. That was crazy. So I had to change names. We released this one. Shit went wrong for a few things, but I think all in all we did very good with this one. They didn't have many live shows, but they played many excellent live shows. So yeah, Public Psyche, we still have copies. That was a commercial for hypertension. Then Belgium. One of the guys from this band are now playing in Wiedold and their new Living Gate, I think their new death metal project. Guys that were in Amen Ra played in this one, local, and this was a band from all over the country, all over the top side of the country. I don't know if any Williams were in here or Dutch speaking. This is Officer Jones and his patrol car problems with Ceremonial. I'm probably sure it is Ceremonial. So yeah, botch, but not, and then hardcore thrown in, and then some electronics laid on over that, and the singer was this very big guy with a beard, I think. Saw them live, I think. This was a different weird period. Memorial, it's called. No, I don't know what I just said. I think Memorial. Very weird period of my life. I can't even remember. It was, I don't know. I don't even know where I was at this time in my life. I can't even place a year. Yeah, this is a fucking weird record. It's also local. Also, the Mash Note Records is Jim Faas, who now is living in Mol, I think, and is he the one doing that electronic tape thing or the distro? I get confused. I'm old. I don't know. Officer Jones. Yeah, Wim is in there. Everything I know on how to play on that drum kit is thanks to him or because of him, because he used to try and teach me how to drum. He also played for this band, which is Rise and Fall with Into Oblivion. Once again, years kind of blends. Maybe 2010 also. You Fail Me period. It's Jacob Bannon. What does this say? 2006. Wow, I'm way off base. 2006. Yeah, kind of tracks. Forked Tongues, failure is as failure does, the news, live in sin, the voids, into oblivion, stakes is high, to hell and back, lost among the lost, ruins, instrumental, and then ruins was taken from this, I guess, thinking about it now, a band from a friend of mine, Dan, who was short-lived, but we had great fun. Ruins, should have worn the shirt. This is on Reflections Records, and this is in cooperation with Death Wish. I'm assuming because Jacob Bannon is all over this, or maybe he did the artwork for this and then they transferred to Death Wish. Iconic for the Belgian scene, at least. There you go, guys that are now into Blind and Fate, Partisan. What's Bjorn's stuff? Bjorn has a cool blog, but I don't know what his music is. That's hardcore, like Control Records hardcore. And sadly, I am not following anymore. A gorgeous pressing, not too thick, not too thin. Reflections Records, Johan. This is becoming a shout-out video. Yeah, man, Reflections Records, Johan. He should have been rich because he discovered Leonardo. Not Century Media or whatever the fuck they're on right now. Yeah, man. I saw one great show. Well, great show. I saw Leonardo one time at Roadburn, and they had a great set, but had a lot of difficulty. Cool thing was, I think it was maybe towards the end of the set, the sound kept falling out, and the crowd was kind of staying, but at the end they were just finishing his songs for him, so it was quite cool. Rise and Fall, Sons of, let's say. Congress with the other cheek. I have huge holes in my Congress vinyl catalog. They did the box set that is coming out somewhere around now, I guess, but it was too expensive, and I want those originals. I don't know. I have it on CD, like Black and Persistence. I have one picture discs also, one picture disc. But yeah, this is as good as any. The other cheek. The classic album is Black and Persistent maybe, but this is the, you know, yeah, my classic. Under Pressure, Choose Confusion, What We Need, Black and Persistent, Temple of Truth of the Demo from '93, I Deny Prayers, Conspiracy in Congress. Yeah, a scene that kind of re-blew up because of the documentary and the book Hans did, the 8,000 book. Congress was one of the flag bearers. Hans played in Nations on Fire, also a earlier band that was just flaming straight edge music, coming straight out of Belgium and killing squads everywhere. This is insane music, for me at least. I discovered this through two guys I went to school with at art school. Look at UJ. The abbot of the scene. Jorgen and Senna from Maasmechelen. Once again, shout out video. They got me into Congress and Sector and Liar. They were from Maasmechelen and they had a very good scene there with Ashler and Distract, and you know, Lars gave me my first kickback. Deep. I'm going too deep. But hi guys. You're not watching. Bjorn and Senna were on the Liar Invictus CD release picture, the inside of the CD. This was re-released through Hans's screen print. FX7 Records, I think this is 122 and I have 42. Their classic album in the sense that I like Falls of Torment, just like with the other Cheek and Black and Persistence. I like this better. But the other one is War. I like this one because, once again, this was my entry point. Screen print. I would love an original LP. They have wacky colors too. So I'm not going to read what's on here. Maybe well, 88,000 has been talking of. And this is a white version of that one, nice and marbles, cream colored. It says Liar Invictus, the Die Hard edition. But it doesn't come with anything, just a 8,000 pamphlet, another one. There you go. I'm not measuring time-wise, but record-wise we're doing good. So, Stal, my local beer, Can't beat it. They did a step into IPA country, but just it's not an IPA. They just threw some in the brew. Some say it tastes the same. I can't remember the olds. So, talking about beer, here is Morning Again. American band that just ingrained in my DNA. One of those records I had more dare. I can listen to all of this, maybe Liar and Congress a bit less, but you know, not like Mars Volta, which I listened to. Morning Again, I'm not going to start again. This is the only thing I have on vinyl by them, and I got this from Kurt, I think, Kurt de Vos, for a steal. I think it was 20 euros, but he could have cut me a deal because the sleeve is. I'm not going to get it out. It's a bitch to get in. It's just deteriorating everywhere. Morning Again was a. I'm not sure where they're from. It feels Florida, but they're smarter. Cabal, you know, they have jerseys. You know, it's not emo, but it's kind of political, but emotional political. There's some religion in here with God Framed Me, America Online, Family Ties. So Half Heart maybe after this. I'm not sure. This is on Good Life, of course. That's what we do. That's what we say here. They were early on the Gustave Doré indie hardcore, maybe not in metal. Metal, it had been done to death. Pretty surprised this is a blue clear version with black strokes. I had no idea. I thought this was black. Very cool. I should have gotten the Culture Kindred test press, but that's an whole other video where that came from. So yeah, America Online. Does it say that? Online, yep. I guess the world's online. No. 2, 3 more. Since we were talking Good Life, and I was starting with Damien from Fucked Up, it reminded me of Japan. Not sure why. Maybe because it's wrestling thing. But it got me to Statecraft to celebrate the Forlorn Seasons. A later title, I imagine, for Good Life, although I'm not sure. Funny thing about this is it's Japan hardcore or Japanese hardcore. People from Japan playing hardcore. But it's very metalcore, but more metal. Very, is it melodic? I can't remember. I think so. But it's very Japanese melodic. Like loudness, maybe. No. Yeah. Freedom, non-enslavement. You have to hear it. The Japanese scene always spoke to my imagination because of the record thing they have going there, the punk records, the jazz records, records in Japan, Iron Maiden. But they always had this hardcore scene that never went away, it seems. Bands that you think were not touring anymore were suddenly playing Japan. Weird. And I heard Damien talk in his podcast about going to a Gizm or a Gauss show, maybe Gauss, that he had to travel with bus and then, so it's still weird in Japan. Of course it's weird in Japan, but this is Statecraft. I imagine, what was I going to say? Something about Japan, I'm not sure. I imagine they sing in English, but I can't be sure. Good Life wise, there is a quote in here at Good Life. OGTB. This is one. I was going to talk about this one because I thought it was another record. It says here, de kiekjes zitten door den draad in the dead wax. So it's engraved in the dead wax. And it means, I'm not sure what the first thing means, at OGTs, I'm not sure what that is. And then the chickens are through the fence, but then funny, I guess. Statecraft, yeah, on a Japanese hardcore band's label. I had a video from Good Life, a tape, I'm not sure, where is that? That's lost. I had a cassette, a VHS cassette with live clips and stuff like that. A blue, I guess. There was always blue with good life. Blue. Wow, wasted. Where was I? This never happened.